welcome to the Mirror Movement. Glad you stopped by. Today we're very excited. We have Ruth in the studio. Ruth I met through our Jam the Gym workout fitness program that we go to through Raj City Fitness. And you have lost 160 pounds.
Yes.
And that's what we're here to talk about today, and how your life has just completely changed and what motivated you and so forth. So why don't you tell me a little bit about where you were and what was happening and when you were at your heaviest and what were the issues that you were facing then?
Well, at that time, I was 381 pounds.
381?
381.
Wow.
And I couldn't walk. Well, I could walk, but it really hurt. I had sleep apnea. I had to get cortisone shots in my legs. I just was in a really deep, dark place, and I didn't even realize that I'd gotten there. You know,
Just kind of a gradual
right?
thing.
And even though all these health problems were going on, high blood pressure, just because of all the extra weight, everything that you face with being overweight was happening, and I still was kind of in denial about it at that time. And I was ending a 8-year relationship, and I just decided it's time to change or get on disability. Or
Is that what your doctors were telling you? What was your doctor giving you any advice or direction? Or?
I had doctors saying, you need to lose weight. Of course, I know that,
But yeah, it's the how.
the how. Eating right, they said exercise. I think one of my doctors really did help me with deciding, he's like, I don't want to see you in a wheelchair in
That's
a year.
Direction you were going.
Yes.
Wow.
Your heart, everything, your breathing.
Wow. So you had these health issues. Most of us struggle to lose 5 pounds, much less
Right.
160. So I can't even begin to imagine what that must be like, and just the motivation that it takes to get to that place where you're ready to make, because that's a lifestyle change. In your case, that's a major lifestyle change. What motivated you to make those changes? Where did that come from?
I think it just stemmed from a new start in life, knowing that I didn't want to be disabled, that I wanted to enjoy my life. At my age, I'm really not that old. I'm still young and things to look forward to. I just started doing little things, like I stopped eating fast food,
Which is huge.
which is huge because I was eating like 3 meals a day out.
Wow.
So doing that, I lost 40 pounds in itself.
Just cutting out fast food.
Right. And then I started walking, and that the first time I took a walk around the block, when I got back, I was just bawling my head off because
no.
everything hurt so bad. My back, my hips, my legs.
Oh no.
So it was like a big feat just to walk around the block at that time.
How did you keep doing it? Because I would be like, well, forget that, I'm done.
I just decided in my heart that I'm going to do this, and even if it's going to take me a long time, I know it, like in 6 months I won't be
Right.
where I was. And my mother kept saying too, just think you're a pound less than you
Right.
were where you started.
Right.
So that really helped keep me motivated.
Right. So what else did you do then to start taking that weight off? It sounds like you cut out fast food, you started trying walking a little bit at a time.
I also did curbs for a while.
Okay.
And then I did Stuckey Chiropractic. It's a protein shake.
Okay.
And so I've done different things to help me get
Mm-hmm.
here, and I'm still working at it, just trying to incorporate more of healthy eating
Right.
with exercise.
At what point do you feel like you started noticing that the pounds were coming off and then, oh yeah, I can do this?
After I got below 300.
Okay. And you started to think, oh, wow, it's working.
Yeah. Right. And I guess I didn't really realize it until like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I went and tried on my winter coat from like a year ago or two, and the thing just wraps around me.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just like, I can't believe I've lost this much, because sometimes you don't realize it until
Absolutely.
you try something on, or people can tell you, but
You don't often see that in yourself when you look in the mirror.
right.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So, what types of things, how has your life changed since you dropped that 160 pounds? Before you had talked about the possibility of going to a wheelchair, cortisone shots, sleep apnea. What things have changed health-wise that you've noticed?
I don't use my sleep apnea machine anymore.
Wow. So that was really just due to the weight?
Yes.
Okay.
I've actually lowered one of my blood pressure medicines, and the doctor is talking about trying to lower the other one, because I'm on 2.
Okay.
And my legs, I do jam the gym.
Yes, you do.
So that's a big, we're doing all the running in place, and jumping jacks, and
Squats. A lot of
squats.
And you enjoy that?
I do. I enjoy it immensely.
Have you found that your circle of friends has evolved or changed since you lost the weight? I've noticed that when I started exercising, that the people that I'm with has changed, and it's people that now motivate me and are keeping me on that path. So I'm just curious if that's...
I have, and actually I'm getting to know more people through Jam the Gym, which is really exciting, because I want to be around people that are trying to be healthy and make the right choices to help me continue on my journey.
Absolutely. What advice would you give to someone? Like I said, many of us struggle to lose 5 pounds, much less 160. That's a huge accomplishment, and hopefully you're very proud of what you've done, because you literally saved your own life.
Right.
So what advice would you give to women out there who are struggling with weight loss, or just struggling to be healthy? What would you say to someone that would come to you and say, I can't do this, or I don't know where to start, or what should I do?
I think I would tell them, you have to get to that desperation place where you just really want to change, because no one can do it for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you just want to lose 10 pounds or 160. You're the person that has to do it, and you can.
Right.
I never thought I could. I'd see other people that have lost a lot of weight and think, how did they do that? There's no way I'm going to be able to do this. But I'm living testimony that, you can.
You just have to want it.
You have to want it. You have to work hard. It might take a lot of time. And also, it's changing your mindset, because I know a lot of women struggle with their issues, body issues. You don't even have to be obese, but it's just learning to love yourself too.
Absolutely. Making better choices.
Making better choices.
Definitely. I just went blank. I'm sorry. I was going to ask you. How have your eating habits changed? I realize you cut out the fast food, and so do you find, how do you cook differently, eat differently? How do you manage that?
I do. I prepare my food for the next day, the night before.
Well, that's a good idea. I
eat breakfast. I never used to eat breakfast, and I would always hear breakfast is the most important meal to eat to help you burn or raise your metabolism.
Right.
I'd cut out mostly, I don't have any white products, like
white potatoes, rice, pasta.
I don't think I've had pasta for so long, because that was just such a downfall for me. I loved it so much.
Right.
So I'm not saying that you can't have it. Just for me, if I would have it, I would probably do the wheat.
Sure.
Right.
And it's really about moderation too.
Exactly.
So. Did you find that you cook differently then, or?
I find I don't use maybe as much salt or butter.
Mm-hmm.
All the good things really light. But there's alternatives, you know. Olive oil is really good to cook with. Okay.
So what are your future goals? Or it sounds like you still are looking to continue down this path, and you're working out now. You're doing things that you never, I imagine, thought you would ever do. So that's fantastic. But what are your future goals, and what 5K maybe in the near future?
5K. I'd love to do it with you guys in the future. That's something running just seems so freeing. It just seems like something so, exciting to try, and of course just continue to get to my goal weight.
What is your goal weight, can I ask? You don't have to share it if you don't want to.
The pounds, you mean, or just...
You don't have to share it. That's okay.
Okay.
It's a secret.
Okay.
That's quite all right. No. Anything else that you'd like to share? Any last words or advice for anybody?
I would just say keep going. There's going to be days where you have one step forward and you take 2 steps back.
Sure.
But the other thing I really learned is if I get off track, there's always my next choice.
That's a good point.
I can always make the choice to be healthy. I don't have to spiral out of control and go on a binge. I can say, okay, I made a mistake.
You're human.
I'm human. It's not the end of the world like I used to think it was. And just make a healthy choice and get back up and say today or this hour or the rest of this day I'm going to do what I can to succeed.
Wonderful. Very good. Well, you should be so proud because you're amazing, and I think that's fantastic. So thank you very, very much for joining us today. I'm sure that you'll inspire a lot of people. I just, it's hard to get in that mindset and really believe in yourself and believe you can do something. So good for you. I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you. Thank you too.
So mirror movement, changing perspective, one woman at a time.